Again we are solving one more problem on the dual formulation of dual problem. So the problem is example number 4. Construct the dual of following LPP, that is min z is equal to x2 plus 3x3 subjected to constraints 2x1 plus x2 is less than or equal to 3 followed by x1 plus 2x2 plus 6x3 is greater than or equal to 5 minus x1 plus x2 plus 2x3 is equal to 2, whereas x1 comma x2 comma x3 are greater than or equal to 0. So this is what the given primal problem. Find solution. Presently the given primal problem is not in canonical form. So the reason why it is not in canonical form is that the objective function is to be minimized. Fine. So if the objective function is to be minimized, the constraint should be subjected to greater than or equal to. Or if at all the objective function is to be maximized, the constraint should be subjected to less than or equal to. Fine. But here in this case there are two constraints which are violating the minimization rules. What are those two constraints? So this constraint is violating because it is minimization but it is less than or equal to. It has to be greater than or equal to. And the next one is this. It is subjected to equal to. Fine. So we need to first prepare the given LPP, that is given LPP into canonical form. Once we prepare the canonical form, then we are supposed to find the dual of that canonical. Fine. So first of all, let us make this LPP into canonical form. Fine. To convert this given LPP into canonical form, so as the given LPP is of minimization all the constraints should be of greater than or equal to 5. But 2x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 3 and minus x1 plus x2 plus 2x3 is equal to 2 are not according to the. So the above LPP is not in which form? Canonical form. So to convert the above LPP into canonical form. What we do? Form. We first take the equation, that is 2x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 3. Fine. Multiplying by -1 on both sides, we get what happens here. It is minus 2x1 minus x2 less than or equal to how much it is? How much? Minus 3. So now it has become greater than or equal to. Next comes the equation. Let me write here. The equation minus x1 plus x2 plus 2x3 is equal to 2 can be expressed as a pair of inequalities. As a pair of inequalities. So how? So it can be represented as minus x1 plus x2 plus 2x3 is greater than or equal to 2, and minus x1 plus x2 plus 2x3 is less than or equal to 2. So I will express like this. Let me put it in the box. Or I can write it like this again. It is minus x1 plus x2 plus 2x3 greater than or equal to 2, and minus x1, sorry, it is x1 minus x2 minus 2x3 greater than or equal to 2. That is what, multiplying by minus 1 and changing the constraints. Fine. So it is what? Changing the constraints. So thus the given LPP is written as means z is equal to 0x1 plus x2 plus 3x3 subjected to constraints, minus of, where it is, minus of 2x1 minus x2 greater than or equal to minus 3. Fine. Next one is this one, x1 plus 2x2 plus 6x3 greater than or equal to 5. The thing is, now we are supposed to write this one. So I will write it is minus x1 plus x2 plus 2x3 greater than or equal to 2 followed by x1 minus x2 minus 2x3 greater than or equal to minus 2 it is. Sorry, minus 2 it is. So whereas x1 comma x2 comma x3 are greater than or equal to 0. Fine. So the next section will be explained in the next class.